And it's now time for baseball action between Weimar and Flatonia. Standing by in Flatonia, here's Gary Dushek.
Well, thank you, Mike, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the American Legion Ballpark in Flatonia, Mike Schultz Field. Pretty important District 29 two-way matchup tonight. The Flatonia Bulldogs hosting the Weimar Wildcats, and the Wildcats are 4-5. Flatonia 7-2. And this is pretty much a must-win for Weimar to say and have a chance to make the playoffs. Flatonia trying to enhance their position. They're going to be in. It's just a matter of now where they finish in the standings. But, again, the Wildcats need wins, and Schulenburg a loss here and there for them to have a chance to get into the playoffs. So, big game tonight. Only a couple of nights left as they're getting ready to get this. They're going through the introductions. Right now we got a good night tonight. Overcast, but no wind here in Flatonia. So let's jump in here with the starting lineups for the Wildcats. They're 4-5. Huxton Clazel leads it off. He'll be pitching. Colin Morrison will bat second base. Camden Morrison, the first baseman, will bat third. Ty Rarick, the cleanup batter, playing left field. Nico Vasquez will bat fifth, playing third base. Batting sixth to be the catcher, Drew Montgomery. Hitting seventh, right field, Brandon Lucky. Batting eighth will be the center fielder, Ty Schmelik. And batting ninth will be the shortstop, Trey Billick. Head coach for Weimar is Thomas Kielman. All right, now for the Flatonia Bulldogs and their longtime head coach for the Flatonia. Sean Bruns, 7-2 in the district. They start this lineup tonight. It'll be Kason Perez leading off and playing center field. Batting second and pitching, Titan Targach. Yandel Manzano will bat third and play left field. Hitting fourth, the designated hitter, Trip Bowling. Batting fifth and catching, Henry Vincent. Hitting sixth and playing first base is Yudi Manzano. Batting seventh at second base is Nathan Aguilar. Batting eighth at shortstop is Blake Kessler. And batting ninth to be the third baseman, Cullen Coutard. The right fielder for Flatonia is Zayden Perez, being hit for by the DH, Trip Bowling. Bulldogs are wearing the black jerseys tonight, white pants, black socks. White numbers out and lettering outlined in maroon. Weimar wearing the purple socks, gray pants, purple jerseys with yellow gold trim, numbers and letters outlined in white. And again, there is no wind, which is, we haven't said that very often this year with as windy as this spring has been. Field's in great shape. They had senior night tonight. 7 seniors were recognized before the start of the ball game. And they're introducing the entire roster. It's also Little League night here in Flatonia for this ball game. And remember, this is with this being Easter week. There'll be games on Thursday night again for these two teams.
Lucas DeCaris and Boston Targosh.
Tomorrow night, just to give you the heads up, we'll have a ball game between the Fayetteville Lions and the Moulton Bobcats. They're playing in Moulton. They're the two 1A teams in this district with the 2As. So, and they're playing tomorrow night. Basically, it's 3 games between those two to determine their seedings for the playoffs, and they'll play the first game of their matchups tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in Moulton. We'll have that game for you tomorrow here on KVUK. And then Thursday night, we'll have the Leopards and the Smithfield Tigers at 7 o'clock in LaGrange. All right, we'll take a break and be back here in about 90 seconds or so to get our ball game underway.
Give the interior of your home a new look with new furniture from Weimar Home Furnishers. You'll find a wonderful selection of furniture and accessories for every room. And while you're there, be sure to ask about flooring and custom blinds. Weimar Home Furnishers at 210 West Main in Weimar. They're open Monday through Friday. The number is 725-8455. Weimar Home Furnishers supports Weimar Athletics and are proud to be a part of this broadcast.
Hullab Real Estate, serving Central Texas and beyond for over 20 years, is a full-service real estate brokerage with offices in New Braunfels, Hallettsville, and Flatonia, specializing in farm and ranch, residential and commercial. Their customer service and sales results will meet or exceed your expectations. Stop by their Flatonia office at 205 West South Main Street to see Bernadine Kiner or call her at 361-772-5105. For information on their listing and their company, visit hollowrealestate.com.
Hill Bank and Trust Company joins the community wishing the best of luck to our Weimar Wildcats and our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Peggy Ginther, and we invite all of you to come see us. At Hill Bank, we take our time to get to know our customers. Whether you're needing a new checking account or have a loan request, we want to help you with dependable, personal customer service. Hill Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We're proud supporters of our community. Go Cats!
All right, welcome back to the American Legion ballpark here in Flatonia. Titan Targots on the mound the other night in Schulenburg. 4 innings, had a no-hitter going for 4 innings, struck out double-digit batters the other night. And with the days off, he's eligible to throw the night for the number of pitches that he threw the other night. 4 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts on Friday night. And the Wildcats will be coming up here in the top of the first with Clazel, Colin Morrison, and Camden Morrison. Left-hander on the mound. Catching for Flatonia tonight, Henry Vincic. Udi Manzano's at first base. Nathan Aguilon at second. Blake Kessler is the shortstop. Cullen Kutach at third. The outfield has Yandel Manzano in left. Kason Perez in center. And Zayden Perez is the right fielder. Folks still coming in. Good crowd from Flatonia here on the third base side. Ballpark's in really good shape, but it always is over here. Good hitters, backdrop. There's just huge trees all the way around the fence line from the foul pole to foul pole, with the golf course being on the other side. China right now leading this district. They only have 1 loss. Flatonia with 2 losses. Ganado in third place with 3, I believe it is. And then you got Schulenburg sitting at 5-5 and Weimar at 4-5. The games against the 1A teams do not count in their standings, but it does count as far as their wins and losses. But it doesn't. Those wins and losses don't appear in the district standings. That would be Fayetteville and Moulton. All right, Huxton Clazel, right-hander, will step up. And Targot's ready to go, the left-hander. And the wind up in the first pitch. Fastball sails up and away a little bit for ball. All right, the 1-0. There's a pop-up on the infield. That was way up there, out towards second. Circling underneath it, Blake Kessler will make the play just on the first base side of second, and there is 1 out for the Wildcats here in the top of the first.
For out number 1. Now batting, second base.
That one had a little hang time on it. All right, here's Colin Morrison, Weimar's regional golf qualifier. Got back today. They played yesterday and today. And he swings through a pitch that moved down and away from him for strike 1. All right, the 0-1. Fastball from Targot sails up and out for ball. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One. That's right through there with a fastball for a call strike. Morrison falls behind 1-2. Kutach way off the bag at third. All right, the 1-2, swinging a foul back. Went after that high fastball and got a piece of it. Right, the 1-2 pitch to Morrison, breaking ball, stayed up and away, didn't snap in there, and it's 2-2. Outfielders generally play all these hitters to the off field when Targot's is pitching. Manzano on left, very shallow right-handed batter, and there's a swing and a foul, and Morrison putting up a battle here. Jason Perez a little bit on the right field side of straightaway center. All right, the 2-2, swing and a miss. Tied him up inside on. Look at the slider down underneath his hands, and there's the first strikeout for Targot's, and there's 2 away here for the Wildcats. All right, here's Camden Morrison,
2 outs, now batting.
the older, taller brother of Colin. Left-handed batter, plays first base. Targot's his first pitch. Swings and misses for strike. All right, Targot's not wasting any time. Fastball sails up and away for ball, and it's 1-1. All right, the 1-1 to Morrison. Bouncer towards short. Kessler coming in, gets the short hop over to first, and not handled by Manzano. That'll be an E3. Just no other way to say it. He just dropped it. Throw was right there, and Weimar has a 2-out base runner.
Left fielder, Ty Rarick.
All right, here's Ty Rarick, the left fielder. So Morrison on. The Targot's will work out of the stretch. Pitch to the plate. Strike at the knees to Rarick, and it's 0-1. All right, Target. Stretch. Pitch swung on, and Rarick shot one into the first base dugout and had everybody bailing out over there. There was ever a reason to stay and alert in the dugout, there you go. And they're all hanging out over that railing. All right, coming to Rarick. The pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, and Rarick down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Wildcats here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, an error and a runner left. We played a half an inning here in Flatonia. Wildcats nothing. Bulldogs are coming to bat. We'll be right back here on KVUK.
J. Barbie Foods has production plants in Wilder and Weimar, and they offer quality sausage and specialty meat products for retail and food service operations. To learn more, visit their website at jbfoods.com. That's J. Barbie Foods, proudly serving the area since 1959. Family owned and operated by the Janechka family. J. Barbie Foods, proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the best of luck in the baseball season.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Ken Crom Insurance, 725-9564.
All right, welcome back. Just got told that last strikeout that ended the inning for Titan Targot's was his 500th career strikeout. Congratulations to him. So what score were y'all looking at there that was 19-0? What was that score y'all were looking at? Oh, boy. It's over? Second inning? Oh, my gosh. Much better here than... It's much better here than being there. Yeah, Schulenburg is leading Bloomington 19-0 in the second inning, we're told. Wow. Down there. All right, for the Bulldogs, it'll be Cason Perez, Titan Targots, and Yandel Manzano against Weimar's best guy, Buxton Clazel. So we got the two top pitchers for these teams going head-to-head tonight. Clazel, tall right-hander, in the first pitch. Curveball is bounced foul, and Coach Bruns thought about making a play on it and thought better of it and let it go. So one strike here to Perez, right-handed batter, plays center field. The 0-1. There's a one on the ground towards second. Colin Morrison will stay down on it, scooping up and over to first, and there's one away here for Flatonia. Very smooth infield here.
One out brings up Bulldog pitcher, Titan Targosh.
All right, here's Titan Targosh, the pitcher, a left-hander. A lot of room in left center. And he hits one out that way, but more toward left, and coming on and playing it on a hop will be Rarick, and that'll be a base hit for Targosh, first base runner of the evening for Flatonia.
Single for Targosh brings up
Yandel Manzano. Nice left fielder. He'll be up. I wouldn't expect Targosh to be running here. Weimar's infielder up the middle playing deep. Morrison shaded towards second a little bit with the right-handed batter. Squares around the bunt, and the runner was going, and the ball off the mitt of Weimar's catcher, Drew Montgomery, but it's going to be a stolen base because Targosh was moving on the pitch. So a runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs with nobody out, a one-ball count to Manzano. Stretch and pitch, and that one is shot down the right field side, foul toward the batting cages. Leaving it up at a ball and a strike. Trip Bowling, the DH, is on deck. Billy trying to keep Targosh close to the pitch. Good pitch in from Clazel up there right underneath his hands, and Manzano swings over the top of it. He falls behind, a ball and two strikes. All right, Clazel stretches, checks the runner, pitch to the plate, misses inside for ball. And it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, curveball is up to first base side, slowly hit. This is going to be a tricky play. Clazel will come off the mound and pick it up and tag Manzano going by him for the second out, and on the play, Targosh goes to third. So they'll go one unassisted, 2 outs, and here's Trip Bowling, the designated hitter.
Brings up designated hitter, Trip Bowling.
Good play by Clazel, though. All right, pitch to Bowling. Breaking ball. Misses, going away. .350 to straightaway center, 330 down the line. To the deepest part is actually right and left center at 360. That pitch drops in there low and inside, and it's 2-0 now here to Bowling. .2-0 pitch. Slider breaks down and away, and it's 3-0 now to Bowling. Henry Vincic is next here for Flatonia. There's 2 outs in the inning. Targosh at third. 3-0. Up grounded towards second. Morrison over from his knees, throws the first and gets him. Good play there by Colin Morrison, and he had the right guy running there. Bowling not the fastest guy on the team, and Morrison moved over and made the play, and Weimar gets out of a little trouble here in the first.
0-0.
No runs on a hit, no errors or runner left, and we have played one, and it's no score here in Flatonia. We'll be right back here on KVUK right after this.
Hello, farmers and ranchers. This is Ron Beck Jr. with Flatonia Livestock Commission Company. Sale every Monday starting at 11:30 a.m. We, the Ronnie Beck family, have been serving Fayette County and the surrounding area for over 40 years, and we take pride in serving you. Selling your livestock is our business. We receive livestock 7 days a week. Our receiving pen is conveniently located here in LaGrange by the River Bridge at the old LaGrange Livestock. Come by and see us. For all your hauling needs, call me at 361-772-4806 or Chris Bombach, 512-304-8688, or Charles Zapalak, 979-702-0311. We also have receiving pens in Ellinger and Bernardo. We would like to thank all our customers for your continued business.
And Flatonia Livestock Commission Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck in the baseball season, and a special recognition to Beck Zimmerman.
All right, we go to the second inning. Scoreless ball game. Each team with a base runner in the first. Weimar will send up Vasquez, Montgomery, and Lucky. Titan Targosh with a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. The only base runner for Weimar reaching on an error. Very pleasant evening. Again, completely overcast, so there's no sun or shadows to deal with, and no wind. Targosh completing his warm-up pitches. Again, tomorrow night, I'll be down in Moulton as the Bobcats host the Fayetteville Lions at the 6 o'clock game. That is a district game for those two. And then Thursday night, our 4-game series continues at left field when the Leopards host the Smithfield Tigers. That'll be a 7 o'clock game on Thursday night. All right, here's Nico Vasquez, Weimar's third baseman.
Weimar, third baseman, Nico Vasquez.
All right, Targosh ready. The first pitch into Vasquez. That one a little bit low and away for ball. Felon Kutach was up on the grass. Now he backs up a little bit, even with the base. Again, the left fielder, Manzano, very shallow. Another pitch drops low and away. And Vasquez gets ahead 2-0 here. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there. Got by him. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one pitch. High fly ball. That's pretty well hit to left. That's going to be way over Manzano. He's on his fourth. That ball's going to one-hop the fence. Vasquez is heading for second. They're going to hold him up there on a deep double to left field that he turned on. And Manzano was playing shallow, and all you saw was the back of his jersey heading toward the fence. As soon as that ball was hit, he knew he was in trouble. A big double starts the inning for the Wildcats.
Brings up catcher Drew Montgomery.
All right, Weimar with a runner in scoring position. Here's Drew Montgomery, the catcher. Couple of Weimar's stronger guys here going back-to-back at the plate. Montgomery really crowds the plate, right-hand hitter. Squares around and was going to bunt, but he might have taken that one, but he also bunted, went after it. He either got his hand or the bat ball got his hand, but again, he bunted through that pitch for a strike. Manzano at first, now cheating up a little bit. The pitch, swing and a miss. There's a sink to that one. A good pitch there from Targach, and it's 0-2 now to Drew Montgomery with Brandon Lucky due up next. Wildcats with a runner at second with nobody out. Lead off double by Nico Vasquez to deep left. 0-2, swing and a miss. Takes a high, hard one for strike 3. That's the one you can't catch up with. Riding fastball. 3 Ks for Targach. And here is Brandon Lucky, right fielder. Targach out of the stretch, takes a look at Vasquez behind him. Stretch and pitch. And that one misses down low for ball. Lucky with an open stance, really crouches. And that one's a strike call at the belt, and it's a ball on the strike. Stretch and pitch, 1-1. That one's down low. Sinker there, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Brandon Lucky bats 7th for Weimar. Targach's ready. Now he takes a move back to second. He had Vasquez diving back, but there wasn't anybody there for Flatonia. All right, Targach's ready to go. 2-1 count here. Lucky squares around and takes one there, and that's a strike. And it's 2-2. Hasn't shown the curveball yet. Let's see what he does here on 2-2. Got a right-hand hitter here. Targach's ready. Chopper foul. Fastball didn't get around on it. Bounces it toward the first base dugout. Vasquez at second with the leadoff double to the left. There's 1 out. Big gap in left center. The pitch. Swing and a foul. That one got a lot of Vincic. Henry trying to shake it all behind the plate. Vincic seems to be all right. All right, everybody ready to go now. 2-2 coming again to Brandon Lucky. Targach's ready in the pitch. Call strike 3. Got that fastball on the outside edge, and that's the second out. 4 Ks for Targach. Now he'll face Ty Schmelik, the center fielder, with Vasquez, who led off the inning, still out at second base after the double. Blake Kessler slipping in behind him a little bit, but not a big lead, though, by Vasquez. The pitch comes to the plate, and that's going to be low for ball. Targach's ready, checks the run to the pitch. Oh, he Fastball just grooved that one right through there for a call strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One, swing and a miss. Pitch down and away. And Targot's ahead of ball and 2 strikes. Very defensive swing there by Schmeling. Yandel Manzano, again, shallow and left. All right, the 1-2, and that fastball moved him off the plate for ball, and it's 2-2. Anything hit toward the scoreboard here, they could run a long time. There is nobody out in anywhere close to left center field the way the defense is set up. 2-2 pitch, call strike 3, breaking ball, inning over. So the leadoff double by Vasquez, and he never leaves second base as Targos gets the next 3 with strikeouts to close out the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left. Ending in a half here. Weimar nothing. Flatonia nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here from Flatonia right after this.
MG Incorporated in Weimar. The Feed Division and Farm Service Center are proud to be a part of this broadcast. MG Farm Service Center at 201 East Post Office is your one-stop for frozen food, farm and ranch supplies, hardware, fencing, lawn and garden supplies, plus hunting and fishing gear. The Farm Service Center has served you since 1940. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 till 5:30 and Saturdays from 7:30 till noon.
Thinking of building a new home? Call Don Mikulinka, Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. No matter what size of home, they're ready to make your home building experience a pleasant one. Contact Don Mikulinka, Custom Builder Incorporated, 361-865-9217. Let them help you make your dream home come true. Owners Don and Beverly are proud to support the Flatonia Bulldogs athletic teams and are a sponsor of this broadcast. Good luck in today's baseball game.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second, scoreless ball game here in Flatonia. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Vincic, Udi Manzano, and Nathan Aguilar. Aguilan, rather. Huxton Clazer gave up a base hit, but got out of trouble with all 3 ground ball outs in that first inning. Cullen, Weimar's third baseman, cheating in a little bit. That would be Nico Vasquez, and the first pitch to Vincic is low for ball. Sean Bruins coaching at third. Mark Meagle at first for Flatonia. That fastball, 3/4, sails high and away from Vincic, and he gets ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. All right, 2-0. That one drops in there too low, and now Vincic ahead 3-0. Weimar plays Vincic pretty well straight away in the outfield. 3-0 pitch. That misses, and it was off the mid of Montgomery back to the backstop. But Montgomery doesn't have to worry about Vincic trying to go to second. He'll just take first and stay put. First walk for Clazel, and we get a courtesy runner out at first base for Vincic, the catcher. Should be Diego Ramirez.
And courtesy running for him at first base is junior Diego Ramirez.
All right, here's Udi Manzano, the first baseman.
Up back, first baseman Udi Manzano.
All right, leadoff man off for Flatonia. Ramirez gets his lead. Manzano squaring around and bunts it up toward up the first base side. Clazen will come off the mound himself, pick it up and tag Manzano, but down to second base goes Ramirez. And Manzano lays down the sacrifice bunt to get the runner in the scoring position. So he does his job. Another 1 unassisted play for Clazel.
1 out. Brings up
Here's Nathan Aguilar,
Nathan Aguilar.
second baseman. Number 7 hitter in the order. Camden Morrison on the grass at first. Maris out at second base, the courtesy runner. There's a fastball at the letters, and it's 0-1. Right, the 0-1 curveball chopped up the third base side, but it'll be taken in foul territory by Vasquez. And Clazel gets ahead, 2 strikes. Jagulan back to the batter's box, down 2 strikes. Clazel stretches. That breaking ball is low and away for ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Nathan Aguilar. Blake Kessler is next. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the second inning. Diego Ramirez, the courtesy runner at second for Henry Vincent. There's a curveball. It's a good one. This throws Aguilar for strike 3 call. Second out of the inning, first strikeout for Clazel. And here is Blake Kessler, the shortstop, stepping up.
Shortstop Blake Kessler.
In the Weimar outfielder, straight away for him. Another breaking ball, but that's low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Clazel checks the runner, the 1-0 pitch. There's a ball sharply hit towards second. Morrison stays down on it, over to Camden Morrison, and that will do it for Flatonia. Another ground ball out for Clazel. The leadoff walk doesn't develop.
0-0.
No runs, no hits, no errors, or runner left. We're through 2. We're still scoreless here at the American Legion Ballpark in Flatonia. Bulldogs and the Wildcats back on KBUK.
Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company in Weimar has been family owned and operated since 1979. The company provides beautiful custom residential front doors. They're also a leader in residential and commercial weather stripping. Cybro is located at 405 South Eagle in Weimar. Visit their website for all of their services. CybroDoor.com. Call them at 725-8551 or 1-800-345-2791. Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company supports Weimar Athletics.
The LaGrange Family Health Center, along with their clinics in Giddings and Flatonia, are happy to announce the addition of a new physician beginning in April. His name is Dr. Nathan Anderson, and he'll be available for appointments in all 3 locations. The LaGrange Clinic is located at 1253 North Von Minden Street, the Giddings Clinic at 598 Cactus Street, and in Flatonia at 230 West North Main Street. For information about all 3 clinics, you can call 968-8493.
All right, we go to the third inning. Scoreless ball game. 2 pitchers on their games tonight, Targosh and Clazel. Wildcats will send up their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Let me do that again. They're 9, 1, and 2 hitters. It'll be Billig, Clazel, and Morrison. Targosh has given up 1 hit, struck out 5 so far. In fact, the 1 hit, a leadoff double by Nico Vasquez in the second inning, but he never left second. Targosh gets the next 3 on strikes to get out of the inning. All right, Trey Billig, the shortstop, starts it off. Takes one at the knees for a strike. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Billig. Fastball is upstairs a little bit for ball, and it's 1-1. One pitch, swing and a miss, takes that riding fastball for strike, and it's a ball and 2 strike. That's the one you can't catch up with. All right, Billy back in there. The pitch, and that fastball sails wide and got by Vincic. So it's 2-2 here for the leadoff man for the Wildcats here in the third inning, Trey Billick. They play him to the outfield. Swing and a miss. Again, the high fastball, and that's the tempting one, and you just can't catch up with that. 4 strikeouts now in a row for Targach. He's got 6 now in the game, and back to the top of the order for Huxton Clazel, who hit a towering pop-up out behind second to start the game back in the first inning. Like pitch to Clazel, the breaking pitch that misses outside for ball. Another breaking pitch that misses low and in, and Clazel gets ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Astros and the Cardinals are scoreless in the third inning tonight, if you're interested in that. 2-0. Pitch sails wide, and Clazel now ahead 3-0. Targach quickly works the pitch. There's a fastball to take the 3-0 take fastball. All right. 3-1 pitch. This is a little low and in for ball, and Clazel draws the walk. First walk of the evening for Targach, Weimar's third base runner. And here is Colin Morrison, the second baseman, who went down on strikes his first time. So Clazel at first. Manzano holds him on, but he's not on the bag. Stretching pitch, and that one's inside off of Vincic's glove. Clazel takes off for second. That's going to be a fast ball. Popped that up the third base side a little bit. So Weimar with a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the third. Weimar now, Morrison squares around the bunt, gets it up the third baseline, a hard bunt. Targach has to wheel around and fire back to first, but gets him at first base, and the Weimar moves the runner up Clazel to third base. Good bunt, but a good play by Targach there as well. So a sacrifice credited to Morrison. So there's 2 gone, and here is Camden Morrison, the left-handed hitter, reached on an error. His first time up. Clazel at third base. The pitch into Morrison, the breaking ball, but it drops down low, and it's ball 1. Targach ready. The 1-0 to Morrison. Fastball, swing and a miss. Got a little bit late on that one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. They give him right center, even though he's a left-handed batter. 1-1 pitch. There's a strike on the corner, a little cut fastball there on the outside corner to Belt, and it's 2-1. All right, 2-2 coming to Morrison. Swinging a chopper foul. Fought that one off up the third base side, and they'll get another 2-2 pitch. Clazel at third on the walk. Moved up on the pass ball, and then the third on the bunt by Colin Morrison. Camden Morrison's at the plate with a 1-2 count. Targach stretches in the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. That's not at noon to 6 curveball there, and that will do it for the Wildcats as they strand a runner at third base. Strikeout number 7 for Titan. In the inning for the Wildcats, no runs, no hits, There were no errors and a runner left, and we're off to the bottom of the third. Still 0-0. We'll be back with more here on KBUK here on this Tuesday night right after this.
Elston Meat Processing, doing business as Weimar Meat Company, now accepting custom processing orders for beef, pork, goat, and sheep, and also wild game processing. They're the home of Weimar sausage and Weimar pecan smoked pork bacon. From the farm to the table, there's none better. Call them at 725-6203 or visit their website at weimarmeatcompany.com. The Weimar Meat Company's general store is coming soon to downtown Weimar, and they wish the Wildcats the best of luck tonight.
Hello, everyone. This is Doug Bass with Cattleman's Columbus Livestock Auction. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone. We always appreciate the business at Cattleman's Columbus Livestock, and the customer is always number one. I'd also like to remind everybody about our receiving pens there in Weimar at the Old Vet Clinic. Scooters there on Tuesday evenings from 2 o'clock until dark, and Wednesday mornings from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock. And if you got any questions, you can always give us a call, 979-732-2622. At Cattleman's Columbus Livestock Auction. Sales every Wednesday at 11 o'clock at 2000 Reese Lane. Y'all come see us where we always appreciate the business.
All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. The Bulldogs will have Kutaj, Perez, and Targach coming up. Uxton Clazel giving up one hit over 2 innings, 1 strikeout, but a lot of ground ball outs. So both pitchers doing it differently tonight. Strikeout for Targach and ground ball out for Clazel. No matter how you get them out, just get them out. Each team with 1 hit so far. Flatonia's made the only error up to this point. Cullen Kutaj will lead it off. He's the distance runner here for the track team. Will be at the regional meeting all the way down in Kingsville for these 2 schools Friday and Saturday.
Third baseman, Cullen Kutaj.
Then the first pitch to him, right through there with a slider for a call strike. And it's 0-1 to Kutaj. Kason Perez will follow, and then Titan Targach. Clazel ready, the 0-1, another breaker. That's a good one there. Drop that one in there for a call strike, and it's 0-2. Outfielders straight away. Infielders are pretty much the same. 0-2 pitch. Fastball is upstairs for ball. Clazel still ahead 1-2. Nico Vasquez is playing on the grass at third base. Everybody else is back. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Burned off the outside corner there, and that's a strikeout and the first out of the third inning. Second strikeout for Clazel, and back to the top of the order for Kason Perez.
1 out brings up center fielder Kason Perez.
Perez with a ground ball to second, his first time up. Clazel's first pitch to him is a bouncer up the middle, and it'll find center field for a base hit. As Perez will round first and hold there with Flatonia's second hit on the chopper right back through the middle. All right, there's Titan Targach. He had a base hit his first time. Shot one out to left field. Perez, I would think, would be a threat to run here. All right, Targach will step in. Clazel from the stretch. Pretty good lead at first by Perez. He's going, and the pitch is up and out. Weimar almost had a pitch out there, but the throw was late. Stolen base. Yeah, the catcher jumped out looking for almost a pitch out, and the pitch almost broke across the plate. Coach Kielman coming out to talk to the base umpire. And I'm really not quite sure what that conversation might be about. Maybe he's saying that maybe that Perez might have stepped off the bag. Maybe. So a runner at second for Flatonia with one out. A one-ball count here to Titan Targach. Good hitter with a runner in scoring position. Clazo checks the runner behind him. And the pitch to the plate. Inside corner for a strike under his hands. Good spot there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Targach again with this. That first hit went to left field. They're giving him left center. 1-1. There's a ball swung on and fouled back right to my left here. And Clazo gets ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Brandon Lucky in left, or right field rather, is playing him as a dead pull hitter. Schmelik in center, shaded over toward left to right center a little bit. All right, 1-2 coming to Targach, and that one's inside. Got by Montgomery, and go off the third is Perez, and that'll be a wild pitch. First, or rather the second runner of the night for Flatonia to get to third base. Perez is there now with 1 out. The 2-2 count here to Targach. Corner infielders, everybody's up close, and that off-speed pitch stays high and outside, and that'll make it 3-2. Coach Kielman also knowing that you're not going to score much tonight, so he's not taking any chances here with the drawn-in infield in the third inning in a scoreless game. 3-2 to Targach, dangerous hitter though, and he pops it up, but that shallow pulled-in infield, that ball's going to drop in left center field, and here comes Perez home, and the drawn-in infield did not give Weimar an infielder a chance to go back on that ball in shallow left center field, and it drops in for a hit, and it's 1-0. No chance for Schmelik and Rarick, the center fielder and the left fielder, and a blooper puts the first run across. The 1-0 Bulldogs, and here is Yandel Manzano. 0 for 1 with a ground out. If you Targach, that's a line drive in the scorebook. Hazel will fire one over the first to Morrison to get Targach back. Switch and pitch. Targach is going. The breaking ball is inside for ball. Stolen base for Targach. That fastball is up and away, and now Manzano gets ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Vasquez even with the base at third, well off the line though. Targach at second, Clazo checks him in the pitch. That's right through there for a call strike. Manzano said they had 2 balls, 1 strike. Bulldogs have scored the first run of the game here in the bottom of the third. Targach at second, the pitch. Fly ball, that'll be foul off the right field side over the dugout. That'll even up the count at 2-2. All right, 2-2 pitch. Bouncer up the middle. Targach, or rather Clazo, knocks it down. They'll have the one play to first, and on the grounder over the third goes Targach. So 2 outs. And Trip Bowling will come up. Grounded out to Colin Morris at second, who made a really good play on that ball at second base. And to go to was left, went down to a knee to make the play, threw him out. Pitch to Bowling, swings through that one off speed, and it's a strike.
2 outs, now batting designated hitter Trip Bowling.
The 0-1 to Bowling, another curve. That's a strike call, and it's 0-2. Targot's at third with 2 away. Plays a lot of the windup, swinging a foul. Got a piece of Bowling in the batter's box. Last night, the Lady Cat softball team down the Lady Bulldogs over here 8-4. The 0-2. With a grounder toward Morrison at second. Gets down to a knee on that one. Gets up and throws him out. The inning is over. But the Bulldogs scratch one out here in the bottom of the third inning. The base hit by Perez, and he works his way around the bases on the RBI by Titan Targots on the blooper. So they get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We are through 3 innings here. It's a tight one. Flatonia now with a 1-0 lead over Weimar. We'll be right back here on KBUK.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Give the interior of your home a new look with new furniture from Weimar Home Furnishers. You'll find a wonderful selection of furniture and accessories for every room. And while you're there, be sure to ask about flooring and custom blinds. Weimar Home Furnishers at 210 West Main in Weimar. They're open Monday through Friday. The number is 725-8455. Weimar Home Furnishers supports Weimar Athletics and are proud to be a part of this broadcast.
All right, welcome back. We go to the 4th inning in a 1-0 Bulldog lead. Flatonia run on 3 hits in there. Weimar no runs on a hit, no errors. Titan Targots just starting his warm-up pitches. 7 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Weimar's had 3 base runners against him. The only hit was a Nico Vasquez deep double to left that one off the fence. Schulenberg baseball playing down in Bloomington, and the last we looked, it was like 23-0 in the 3rd inning for Schulenberg. They're very much interested in this outcome here from a playoff standpoint. Targots finishing up his warm-up pitches, and there's Vincic's throw down to second. Middle of the order for Weimar, Rarick, Vasquez, and Montgomery coming up. Little League night here at the ballpark. They got to run out on the field with the players before the national anthem. It's also senior night, 7 seniors. All right, here's Ty Rarick. Struck out his first time up, and the first pitch to him is low for ball, or check that, strike at the knees. Rarick was the 500th career strikeout for Targots in the first. There's a breaking pitch that's outside, and that's 1 ball, 1 strike. They have to go 5 innings. Next pitch is inside to Rarick to make it a 2 ball, 1 strike count. There's a grounder slowly hit towards second. Aguilan up with it over the first, and there's 1 gone as Rarick grounds out second to first. Remember, these teams in this district will play again Thursday. Let's see, Flatonia, big game Thursday. They go to Ganado Thursday. Bloomington goes to Weimar on Thursday. Yeah. There's a swing and a miss by Nico Vasquez, who had the deep double in the second inning. Was left stranded at second, though, with the leadoff double. Swings at Targot's ready for 1-0 count. That one's low and inside for ball 2. 1-1 pitch to Vasquez. A curveball hangs up. Targot didn't look too comfortable on that one. You could kind of tell when he threw it, he knew it wasn't going to be a good one. All right, 2-1 to Vasquez. There's a chopper up to first base of it. It'll be fielded in foul territory by Vincic. Vasquez pounded that one straight into the dirt. 1 out, nobody on. Wildcats batting here in the top of the 4th inning in a 1-0 Bulldog lead. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer towards second. Oh, what a tricky hop. It stayed down on him. Gets up and still throws him out. Good play. Nathan Aguilar stayed with that. That was a tough one. He went to his left. Had a couple of big hops in that last hop before it got to him was a low one. It just didn't come up. Knocked it down, picked it up, and still threw him out for the second out.
2 outs, now batting right fielder Brandon Lucky.
All right, here's Brandon. Yeah, this should be Drew Montgomery, the catcher, coming up here. 2 away for the Wildcats. Targot's ready. And a grounder, that'll be just inside the bag down the left field line for a base hit. Montgomery digging for second. Manzano gets the throw in on one hop. It's a double as Drew Montgomery pulls the first ball he sees, bounces one right over the third base bag down the left field line. That's Weimar's second hit. So Weimar has 2 hits, and they've both been doubles. All right, here's Brandon Lucky, the batter. Targotch checks the runner behind him with 2 gone. And there's a chopper up the third baseline, but that's going to be foul for strike 1.
Sorry, that was a double by Montgomery. Now batting Brandon Lucky.
All right, 1 strike here to Lucky. 2 outs, runner at second, tying run. Curveball. Did not check his swing. Tried to, and he didn't. Went around on it, and it's 0-2. All right, Targotch now with an 0-2 count. Takes the runner behind him to pitch to Lucky. Fastball, call strike 3, and Targotch gets out of it. 2-out double for Weimar. Runner left stranded. Tight now with 8 strikeouts. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. Halfway through already. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead over the Wildcats. We'll be back after this.
Hullab Real Estate, serving Central Texas and beyond for over 20 years, is a full-service real estate brokerage with offices in New Braunfels, Hallettsville, and Flatonia, specializing in farm and ranch, residential and commercial. Their customer service and sales results will meet or exceed your expectations. Stop by their Flatonia office at 205 West South Main Street to see Bernadine Kiner or call her at 361-772-5105. For information on their listing and their company, visit hullabrealestate.com.
Hill Bank and Trust Company joins the community wishing the best of luck to our Weimar Wildcats and our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Peggy Ginther, and we invite all of you to come see us. At Hill Bank, we take our time to get to know our customers. Whether you're needing a new checking account or have a loan request, we want to help you with dependable, personal customer service. Hill Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We're proud supporters of our community. Go Cats!
All right, we go to the home half of the 4th. Bulldogs will send up Vincic, Manzano, and Aguilar. Buxton Clazel, 1 run on 3 hits with 2 strikeouts, but boy, a lot of ground ball outs. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground ball outs. Here's Montgomery's throwdown. Again, with Good Friday this week, there'll be a full schedule of games on Thursday, and even one tomorrow night between Fayetteville and Moulton, albeit that one down in Moulton. The 6 o'clock ball game tomorrow.
Leading off for the Bulldogs.
Lions and the Bobcats.
Henry Vincent.
All right, Henry Vincent was started for Flatonia, walked in the 2nd inning, was stranded at 2nd. That was a leadoff walk. Curveball right in there for a call strike. Clazel gets ahead. They play Henry straight away. There's, again, no wind at all tonight. Flags is laying limp out in left center. Another breaking ball that missed the inside corner there, and it's 1-1. Very pleasant evening here.
KBUK LaGrange.
The 1-1. That's down low and outside, and it's 2-1. Clazel has walked 1 tonight. The pitch, swinging a foul tip into the mid of Montgomery, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, the 2-2 to Vincent. Grounder pulled towards short. Billick is up with it. Long throw to first. It bounces in there, and it's not on time. That's a base hit. Vincent beat it out for a hit. Henry is not a small guy. So a hit, that's their 4th. That ball was this slow enough on the grass. We'll get a courtesy runner. This will be Diego Ramirez once again. Going to bring up UD Manzano. The last time Manzano came up, but the courtesy runner, he laid down a sacrifice bunt, so I would expect that again. Flatonia leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Clazel stretches. Manzano squares. The runner's going. Montgomery's throw is late. It's off the glove of Morrison, but he runs it down behind him. A big jump there. Stolen base for Diego Ramirez. And he may be bunting again to get him to 3rd. Camden Morrison, the first baseman, already cheating in up the first base side. Clazel checks the runner. Manzano does not offer at that one with a bunt attempt. Takes it high for ball, and it's 2-0. Ramirez at 2nd. Billy trying to keep him close. The pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Chased an off-speed pitch down and away, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. All right, Clazel peeks at the runner. The pitch to Manzano. Bouncer into the hole. That'll be a base hit. Ramirez comes to 3rd base and stops as Rory gets the ball back in quickly. And the Bulldogs have 1st and 3rd. Good spot for that big bouncer with Billick shaded a little bit towards 2nd to keep the runner. There was a big vacated spot.
Manzano with a single.
That hopper, and Manzano picks up the 4th hit of the 5th hit of the night for Flatonia. It's back-to-back hits here in this inning, and here is Nathan Aguilar. I was willing to bet you here this is going to be a bunt attempt here to get those runners to 2nd and 3rd. With no outs, Aguilar struck out looking his first time. Double steal possibility. Now Clazel off the rubber. Runs at the first base bag to get Manzano close. Flatonia can do a little bit of anything right here if they want to. All right, Clazel stretches. Pitch comes to the plate. The runner from first breaks for second, but no throw by Montgomery and no movement at third base by Ramirez at all. So a straight steal puts runners at second and third with nobody out. The squeeze play is sure in the mix here, possibly. Drawn in infield, though, again for the Wildcats. A while ago, when they had the drawn in infield, a high pop-up by Targots dropped in shallow left center. Runs are at a premium, and the pitch to Aguilar, and he takes a full swing and a miss at a breaking pitch for strike two, and it's 0-2. All right, Clazel from the stretch. Pitch to the plate. That's down low for ball, and Aguilar laid off of that one, and it's 1-2 strikes. With the drawn-in infield, Manzano at second base can pretty much get a lead almost halfway to third. That's where the shortstop is playing right in front of him. I mean, he can get anything he wants there at second base. 1-0. Pitch fouled off by Aguilar. Actually, it's a 1-2 count. Nobody out. Flatonia trying to tack on a run or two here. They lead 1-0. All right, Clazel ready. And the pitch to the plate. Swing and a chopper foul ball. He fought that one off, almost dug that one out of the dirt and rolled it toward the first base dugout, just trying to protect the plate. Burrick not real deep in left. Clazel's pitch, curveball, swung on and fouled out of play. Aguilar putting up a battle here. Diego Ramirez, the courtesy runner at third after Vincic singled. Manzano at second after he had a base hit. All right, the 1-2 to Aguilar. Swinging another one off the, fouls it off near the first base dugout. That almost got Coach Keelman over there. But he is putting up a fight here against Clazel. He's fouling off two strike pitches. Big spot here in this game. Flatonia leading 1-0. Pitch from Clazel, curveball, swung on and fouled out of play again. All right, we'll do the 1-2 again. Blake Kessler patiently awaits in the on-deck circle. Aguilar against Clazel here, 1-on-1. Clazel now working out of the windup and the pitch. Little stop there, and he throws it. Oh, got a strike three call. Well, that was a kind of a delayed windup. The pitch called strike three, and the ball popped away from Montgomery. First base was open there. Aguilar could have ran, but they tossed it down to first to get the out. That's the first out. So Clazel wins that matchup. And here's Blake Kessler, the shortstop, who grounded to second. All right, Weimar will still play the infield up close with second and third, one out. Kessler grounded to second base his first time. Now they're moving the middle infielders back a little bit. Not much, but back some. There's a curve, drops in there for a strike to Kessler. Trey Billick and Morrison now, the middle infielders playing on the dirt, maybe 4 or 5 steps off the grass. The 0-1 curveball, that's down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Still a 1-0 game. Clazel peeks at the runner behind him. The pitch, that's wide. Good play there by Montgomery. Had to backhand that one. It was off the plate. It's 2-1. All right, Clazel looking in. Ramirez at third. Manzano at second. Pitch to Kessler, and that swung on and fouled. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Clazel ready. Popped up foul territory. I don't think anybody will have a play here. They don't off the first base side. That ball just over the screen. Some folks sitting there in some lawn chairs by the dugout. That's the Weimar side. That would be the Morrisons sitting over there. They didn't make a play, though. All right, 2-2 coming to Blake Kessler again here. Clazel ready, and the pitch to the plate. And that hit him. Inside fastball. Weimar saying that he might have offered at that one, but it didn't look like it, and the bases are loaded as Kessler takes one. On his arm, it looked like. So now the bases are loaded for Cullen Kutoc. And Weimar will again now play with a drawn-in infield.
Third baseman, Cullen Kutoc.
Couple of runs here would be huge for Flatonia, the way Targach is going on the mound for them. They lead 1-0. Now, Kessler getting checked on by first base coach Mark Meagle over there. That ball got him on the wrist of the forearm, it looks like. But that conversation didn't last very long. Cullen Kutoc went down on strikes his first time up. Weimar will play the middle infielders back. Corner infielders are up on the grass. They'll make a play at the plate with the bases loaded. He squares the bunt, suicide squeeze. They gets the bunt down, and the throw to the plate is not handled cleanly by Montgomery, and the run scores. Good bunt by Kutoc, but they had a play on him at the plate. Montgomery just couldn't handle the underhanded shovel from Clazel, the pitcher, who came off the mound towards the third base foul line, and the Bulldogs squeezed one in to go up 2-0. RBI for Kutoc.
Batting for the Bulldogs, center fielder, Kason Perez.
Manzano the third, Kessler the second, and the pitch here to Kason Perez. Their slow roller got by the mound. Charging is Trey Billick, and he's got no play. An infield hit, and another run scores, and it's 3-0. Just enough to where Clazel couldn't get to it, and no chance for Billick at shortstop. So an infield hit for Perez drives in a run as Yudi Manzano scores, and Flatonia's going station to station here. Kessler to third, Kutoc to second. So Shieldman's going to come out now and talk to Clazel. Actually, that bunt by Kutoc on that squeeze bunt probably could be ruled a hit, because I don't know they'd have had a play at first. And I think if the throw is caught cleanly at the plate, they probably get the out there. So we're going to rule that a fielder's choice. There again, this scoring may not be proper, but it's a run batted in for Kutoc. Now Weimar's in a bind now. You got Titan Targach coming up here with the bases loaded. With one out, Flatonia's already added 2 runs to go up 3-0. In this big spot here for Flatonia, there's a pop-up Targot's got underneath that one, the shallow left. Rary coming on, and he can't get there. Going to drop in, and Clay's going to score. Everybody moves up another notch. He was fighting that one all the way out there in right field. And he reached out at the last minute and more or less just missed it. They ruled it a hit. So now it's 4-0 as the Bulldogs are picking up one run at a time here. Bases are still loaded. Here's Manzano, and that fastball is high. Couple of hits, a strikeout, a hit batter, squeeze bunt, an infield hit, and a pop-up that probably should have been caught. Ruled a hit. Swing and a miss. Manzano a little overmatched on that one from Clazel. So it's 4-0 now. Corner infielders are up close again. There's the pitch to the plate, and there's a ball hit sharply at Billick at second. They'll go to second for one. The relay to first, not in time, but another run scores. Wildcats tried to turn the double play, the force play at second for the second out, but Manzano reaches on a fielder's choice and get a run batted in as Cullen Kuchot scores. One run at a time this inning. Perez to third. Target got erased on the force play from the 6-4 at second. Manzano at first, and here is Trip Bowling, the ninth batter of the inning. Bowling has grounded out to Colin Morrison at second twice. He shaded up more up the middle here with that runner at first. Flatonia again can put on some kind of play here with runners on the corners. Pitch from Clazel. A delayed move from first base on by Manzano, but no throw by Weimar catcher Drew Montgomery. Five to nothing now. 4-run inning for Flatonia. And a base hit here would be maybe just a lead that's insurmountable. There's a shot in the center. Line drive hit. It's going to get one home as Perez scores, rounding second and coming home with the second run. The throw down to second is, and they get Bowling trying to go to second on the throw to the plate, but he gets 2 RBIs on that base hit. It's a big inning for Flatonia as they send 9 to the plate here. And they score a total of 6 runs in the inning. There was 5 hits. 6 runs on 5 hits. No errors and nobody left. And we had a 1-0 game when the inning started. It is now 7-0 Flatonia with the big 6-run inning as we get ready for the 5th right after this here on KBUK.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're like there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Ken Crom Insurance, 725-9564.
MG Incorporated in Weimar, the Feed Division and Farm Service Center are proud to be a part of this broadcast. MG Farm Service Center at 201 East Post Office is your one-stop for frozen food, farm and ranch supplies, hardware, fencing, lawn and garden supplies, plus hunting and fishing gear. The Farm Service Center has served you since 1940. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 till 5:30 and Saturdays from 7:30 till noon.
All right, it's now a 7-0 ball game. Titan Targot's now with a big cushion to work with. As he's back out there, he'll face Schmelik, Billick, and Clazel. As Flatonia has a massive inning, 6 runs on 5 hits. They sent 9 to the plate. It was 1 base at a time for 4 of those runs until the base hit by Bowling scored 2 of them there at the end. And then Bowling thrown out trying to go to second on that throw to the plate. All right, Ty Schmelik struck out looking his first time, and he takes one right through there at the above the knees for a strike. Targot's ready, the 0-1. That fastball is up and away for ball. 8 strikeouts on the night for Targot, giving up a couple of hits. The 1-1 is a kind of a late swing, a little half-check swing, swung and foul back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, Targot's the left-hander, looks in, the pitch to Schmelik, chokes up a little bit, and that fastball sails over everybody for ball, and it's 2-2. All right, the 2-2 to Schmelik. Curveball, swing and a miss, pops out of the mid of Montgomery. Schmelik takes off for first, but out of the mid of Vincic, and he throws him out at first base, and there's 1 away. Good play there by Henry Vincic. Strikeout number 9 for Targoch. And it also goes down in the 2-3 put out. That'll bring up Trey Billick, the shortstop, who was a strikeout victim his first time. And he swings a little bit late, couldn't catch up with that high fastball for strike 1. The 0-1, swinging a little flare out in the right. That'll be a base hit just out of the reach of Aguilar, who went out on the outfield grass and leaped, but he just couldn't reach it. And a base hit for Trey Billick. Weimar's 3rd hit. Then back to the top of the order for Huxton Clazel. Huxton popped to short and walked. Weimar hasn't had a lot of base runners tonight. Curveball is upstairs. Vincent kind of jumped up, made it a little tough for the umpire there, but it was high. I think he got crossed up. Yeah, Vincent's going out to talk to Targoch. Wildcats have had 4 base runners tonight. All right, now everybody's ready. Targoch from the stretch. Pitch to Clazel. That's a strike in there above the knees, and it's 1-1. Billick at first with 1 away. Manzano holding the runner. And Targosh will fire one over there, but no tag. Big 6-run 4th inning for Flatonia. Blew the game open. They lead 7-0. Wildcats batting in the top of the 5th. There's a bouncer over the mound. Right on top of the bag was Kessler. Fields it on the bat. They get the force out and the throw to second, and that in the first, and that's a double play. I think Weimar's questioning whether Kessler touched the bag at second base. Weimar's first base coach is reacting like that he didn't have a foot on the bag when he made for the force out, that he was reaching for it. Weimar thought he was off the bag. I don't think they're questioning the play at first base. They're questioning the play at second. I don't know. Now, runner, Billick, is going back. I don't know, maybe so they got a safe call at second base, but I don't know if that's the way it was called originally, and Coach Bruce now wants an explanation. Okay, the base umpire is saying that he had waved that he was off the bag, but the runner left and went into the dugout. Boy, the Flatonia fans aren't real thrilled about this turn of events here. Now the two umpires are going to meet. I'm not sure what they can think with what the plate umpire can do here to help, but it looked like he called him out the first time. Billick is back on the base. Flatonia's in the dugout, and now they're saying that the runner at second was safe, but the batter was out at first. And Flatonia thought they had a double play. So apparently Kessler never touched the bag at second when he caught the bouncer. He was kind of reaching for the bag at the same time, trying to catch it and touch the bag at once. So apparently it was ruled that he never had the bag when he had the ball. So now Targash has got to come back out there to pitch. He was in the dugout with everybody else. That's something different. So the inning is still going here. So Clazel is out on a 6-3 put out. Billy safe at second base. So here is Colin Morrison. And Targash basically has to go out there and start all over again. Pitch to the plate is inside, and that shoots off the Vincent's mitt, and off the third base goes Billick. That'll be a wild pitch. That was a little weird. All right, Targash with a 1-0 count, runner at third now. There's a swing and a miss, good fastball there, and it's 1-1 to Colin Morrison, who has struck out and laid down a sacrifice bunt. One pitch. That bounces in there, gets by Vincent, but there's not a lot of room here behind home plate here to try to score on some pitches that go straight back to the backstop. Morrison thought he got hit by the pitch. It's a 3-1 count. Plate umpire said he didn't. Well, we had a very peaceful game here for a good while here. And Morrison is getting first base. I don't think he is. Yep, so one Morrison thinks he's batting, and the other Morrison thought he was at first, and neither one of them are right. So Colin is still at the plate. That ball Weimar thought they had a hit by pitch, but that pitch looked like it did not hit him. All right, Morrison with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Targot's ready, and there's a swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Billick at third, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Bounce to the third, knocked down by Kutosh. Long throw across in time, and that will do it here for the Wildcats. So that was a bizarre inning for a lot of reasons, but after all that, Weimar comes up empty here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. And we are going to the home half of the 5th, 7-0 Flatonia. We'll be back here with more in a moment on KVUK.
Hello, farmers and ranchers. Jamie Micklick here once again with Flatonia Livestock Commission Company. Flatonia Livestock is located at 1500 Highway 90 East in Flatonia, and our sale is on Monday starting at 11:30. The Ronnie Beck family would like to say thank you so much for your continued support in business. We really do appreciate it. We have holding pens in Ellinger, LaGrange, and Bernardo for your convenience. For all your hauling needs, contact Ron Beck Jr. at 361-772-4806. And we receive livestock 7 days a week. That's right, 7 days a week. Also, go check out our newly revised website at www.flatonialivestock.com or check out our Facebook page. Remember, selling your livestock is our business. Once again, thank you so much, the Ronnie Beck family and Flatonia Livestock.
And Flatonia Livestock Commission Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck in the baseball season. And a special recognition to Beck Zimmerman.
All right, bottom of the fifth. It'll be Vincic, Udi Manzano, and Aguilon facing Huxton Clazel. Yeah, but the top of the fifth inning was bizarre, to say the least. It looked like a possible double play, wasn't? Then a hit batter who Weimar thought they had wasn't. And after all that, Weimar comes up empty, and Huxton Clazel's back on the mound, and Henry Vincic will lead it off, and he started the 6-run rally in the fourth inning for Flatonia.
Catcher, Henry Vincic.
Got a hit and a walk tonight. Huxton Clazel still out there, and that one got him on the elbow, and that's a hit by pitch, and there's a runner on.
Vincic is hit by pitch.
All right, courtesy runner for Vincic. It'll be Diego Ramirez at first base. And Udi Manzano will be the batter. 7-run ball game here in the home half of the fifth inning.
That is first baseman Udi Manzano.
Manzano has had a base hit and laid down a sacrifice bunt. Scored one of the 6 runs in the Bulldog fourth inning. He's squaring around, but Clazel's going to throw to first to be sure that Ramirez doesn't stray too far off the bag. Stretching pitch. Runner's going. It's a strike call. The throw down is in time, and they gun him down trying to steal. Ramirez gunned down by Montgomery. That's a 2-4 put out for the first out. All right, Clazel will work from the stretch with nobody on the pitch. Curveball inside, had Manzano spinning out of the way of that one. 2 balls and a strike. Good throw by Montgomery on the caught stealing. 1-0. That's low for ball. Schulenburg wins their game tonight over Bloomington 23-0. We saw a score that Shiner and Ganado were 1-1 in the fifth inning between those two. 2-1, swing and a foul. They got a piece of the plate umpire's mask, it looked like. Not a clean, not kind of graze those bars that are spread out on each side of the eyes. Still enough to jar you. We saw that happen once or twice already this year. So 2-2 to Udi Manzano. 1 out here in the fifth inning. That's a shot in the left center. That's well hit by Manzano. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Manzano will go to second and stop there. Spelling gets it in, but that was a rocket in the left center for UD Manzano. It's his second hit tonight. That was a loud double there. That'll bring up Nathan Aguilar. That may be the biggest plate of nachos I've ever seen this one lady has here. Brisket nachos, Mike. Get a couple of orders to go there. All right, here comes Aguilar. Has gone down on strikes twice. Morrison's thinking bunt at first base is close, and that pitch bounces in there and by Montgomery, and that wild pitch will get Manzano to third base. All right, 1 ball, no strikes to Aguilar. The pitch, swinging a chopper. Boy, late cut there by Aguilar. He almost took it out of Montgomery's mitt. I mean, that was a really late swing, and he chops it toward the first base dugout. So a ball and a strike. Manzano at third base with 1 out. Infielders are up on the edge of the grass for Weimar. Pop up on the infield. Coming in to be Camden Morrison, the first baseman, will make the play for the second out. Aguilar got that one right off his handle. All right, that'll bring up Blake Kessler, who was grounded out and hit by a pitch.
Blake Kessler.
Again, was one of the 6 runs to score in the 4th inning. Manzano still at third base. Clazel ready in the pitch, and there's a grounder towards short. Billick will have to come in, will have to hurry. Go to first in time, and a good stretch there by a very tall Camden Morrison, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for Flatonia, despite the big double by Manzano. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We are through 5. Bulldogs up 7-0 over Weimar. More baseball will be coming up here in just a moment. This is KBUK.
Thinking of building a new home? Call Don Mikulinka, Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. No matter what size of home, they're ready to make your home building experience a pleasant one. Contact Don Mikulinka, Custom Builder Incorporated, 361-865-9217. Let them help you make your dream home come true. Owners Don and Beverly are proud to support the Flatonia Bulldogs athletic teams and are a sponsor of this broadcast. Good luck in today's baseball game.
Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company in Weimar has been family owned and operated since 1979. The company provides beautiful custom residential front doors. They're also a leader in residential and commercial weather stripping. Cybro is located at 405 South Eagle in Weimar. Visit their website for all of their services. CybroDoor.com. Call them at 725-8551 or 1-800-345-2791. Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company supports Weimar Athletic.
All right, top of the 6th. Wildcats running out of opportunities here. Targosh still out there. He's only allowed 3 hits, struck out 9. And he'll face 3, 4, and 5 here. Morrison, Rarick, and Vasquez. Shiner now leads Ganado 3-1 in that game. That's getting late, too. They should be in the 6th inning there. Schulenburg won already. Big win tonight. They blasted Bloomington 23-0. All right, here's Morrison. Has reached in an error and struck out swinging. And the first pitch comes inside from Targosh with a fastball for ball. Again, everybody plays again on Thursday. Curveball, that's a good one. Drop that one in there nicely for a call strike. One pitch upstairs for ball. And Morrison gets ahead 2-1. Another fastball is up, and Morrison laid off, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch, and that came up and in, and that grazed Morrison on the helmet, it looked like. That's a hit by pitch, and Morrison is on. That one has got away from Targach. That's his second walk, and he'll face Ty Rarick. First pitch in to Rarick, misses. He struck out and grounded out. Targach stretches the pitch to the plate, swinging a chopper foul right at the feet of Vincic, the catcher. Vincic might have got that foul ball may have got a piece of him too, as they're taking a little extra time here. Everybody's ready. Pitch to Rarick, squares around. The runner's going. The throw down is going to be, and they got him on the caught stealing as Kessler puts the tag down. Vincent throws out Morrison. Weimar taking a chance there, down 7 runs, gets their leadoff man cut down trying to steal. Good throw by Henry Vincent. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Rarick. He swings over the top of a breaking pitch, and it's 2-2. All right, 2-2 pitch, call strike 3, and Billick takes one around the knee. Inside corner. That was a good pitch there. All right, here's Nico Vasquez.
2 outs. The batter is third baseman Nico Vasquez.
Vasquez had the big double in the second inning, takes one for a strike. Second at bat, grounds out to second. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. And that one hit him. On 0-2 pitch, Vasquez plucked by Targach, and Weimar has another base runner. Second hit by pitch of this inning for Targach. Here's Drew Montgomery, struck out and doubled just inside the foul line, inside the bag on the left field foul line. Weimar's waiting for a batter to come up to the plate. The catcher, Drew Billick. I don't know where he's at, but that's what the delay is. There he comes. All right. Weimar with a runner at first base and 2 outs here in the 6th.
Batting for Weimar, catcher Drew Montgomery.
All right, Montgomery steps up with Vasquez at first. Targot stretches in the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. That was a good one there. A lot of bite to that one, and it's 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That fastball comes in there low and inside on him and backs him off the plate. Now Targot steps off. The 6-run 4th inning blew this game wide open. It's 7-0. Pitching into swing and a foul by Montgomery, and a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first and not Holdigan, 2 outs. Stretch and pitch to Montgomery, swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. And down to first base, the throw from Vincent goes, and that will do it here for the Wildcats. A couple of hit batters, but nothing happening as a result. 11 strikeouts now for Targot. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back here on KVUK in a moment.
The LaGrange, Giddings, and Flatonia Family Health Center is currently taking applications for a licensed vocational nurse and our medical assistant for their growing medical practice. The clinic's hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They offer PTO, HSA, and 401k. Applications are available online at lgtxhealth.com or stop by one of the locations, either in LaGrange at 1253 North Von Minden, Giddings 598 Cactus Street, or in Flatonia at 230 West North Main Street. The phone number is 968-8493. Elster Meat Processing, doing business as Weimar Meat Company, now accepting custom processing orders for beef, pork, goat, and sheep, and also wild game processing. They're the home of Weimar sausage and Weimar pecan smoked pork bacon. From the farm to the table, there's none better. Call them at 725-6203 or visit their website at weimarmeatcompany.com. The Weimar Meat Company's general store is coming soon to downtown Weimar, and they wish the Wildcats the best of luck tonight.
All righty, as Neil Diamond's in concert here at the ballpark, bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs up 7-0. They've out-hit the Wildcats tonight by a 9-3 number. The big inning, the 6-run 4th, this blew the game wide open. It'd be Kutach, Perez, and Targot. Huxton Clazel out there for the Wildcats. Both starters going the distance, but only 1 day's rest here. As long as they stay under that 110 pitch count, neither one of these guys could have pitched on Thursday anyway. Helen Kutach has struck out. Lay down that squeeze bunt that got a run home in that big 6-run 4th.
Bottom of the 6th, now batting third baseman Colin Kuchak.
And there's a pitch for a strike from Huxton Clazel. 0-1 swing in the miss. A little off-speed pitch there had him out in front. It's 0-2. Curveball, swing and a miss. Good pitch popped out of the mitt of Montgomery, and he'll just tag Kutas, and that's the first out of the inning. Top of the order, Kason Perez. 4 strikeouts now for Clazel. And first pitch into Perez, swings at that breaking pitch and misses for strike 1. Perez with a ground ball and a couple of base hits. He's driven in a run and scored twice. The 0-1 curveball, and that nailed him in the back. Clazel wasn't real happy with himself there. The breaking ball that didn't break. And a runner for Flatonia here with 1 out in the 6th. Titan Targoch is up. He's had 3 hits tonight. A couple of them were pop-ups that dropped in the outfield against the shift. But they're all hits in the toss to first. Clazel to get Perez back to the bag. Titans also had an RBI tonight. Runner goes, the pitch is up and away. Montgomery Stowe, it's going to be, that was close. That was a good throw. And sliding in there, Perez just ahead of the tag. Pretty quick tag there by Colin Morrison. Stolen base for Kason Perez. Bulldogs up by 7 here in the bottom of the 6th. All right, 1-0 count to Targoch. Clazel's pitch. There's a strike call on the outside part of the plate. Targoch back in the box. The pitch in is a slide inside corner for a strike with the breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Astros are leading the Cardinals 2-0 tonight in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch in, and there's a ball laced in the left. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to send Perez around, trying to score. The throw is cut off. Ball loose in the infield, and Targoch gets to second base. 8-0 RBI single. Targoch a 4-for-4 night. Pretty aggressive base running when that throw was cut off, and it got away in the infield. Perez scoring from third, and Coach Thomas Keelman coming out to talk to Clazel. And this is going to be it for Clazel. Pitching change for Weimar here in the 6th inning with 1 out. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and we'll tell you who's coming in for the Wildcats here in just a moment.
Hello, everyone. This is Doug Bass with Cattleman's Columbus Livestock Auction. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone. We always appreciate the business at Cattleman's Columbus Livestock, and the customer is always number one. I'd also like to remind everybody about our receiving pens there in Weimar at the Old Vet Clinic. Scooters there on Tuesday evenings from 2 o'clock until dark, and Wednesday mornings from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock. And if you got any questions, you can always give us a call, 979-732-2622. At Cattleman's Columbus Livestock Auction. Sales every Wednesday at 11 o'clock at 2000 Reese Lane. Y'all come see us where we always appreciate the business.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, the new pitcher for the Wildcats is Trey Billick. He was the shortstop. in relief of Buxton Clazel, and Clazel has gone to play shortstop. So they just swap spots here with one out in the bottom of the sixth. What we got? Targosh tonight has a total of, I can tell you that, he has 11. All right, for Clazel tonight, 5 in the third inning, 8 runs, 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, and of course there's a runner at second base. There's only one out here in the sixth inning, and of course the pitch count may have caught up with them. They weren't announcing or putting it on the board, so that may be another reason. All right, here's Yandel Manzano. Curveball is hit in the air, lazy fly ball to the left. Ty Rarick drifting back a step, makes the catch in 1 pitch and 1 out for Trey Billy. That'll bring up Trip Bowling. In the 7th inning for the Wildcats, they will have up their bottom third of the order. That, of course, if Flatonia doesn't score a couple of runs here to end this game here. They have 2 outs and a runner at second. Bowling is grounded to second twice and drove in 2 runs with a hit in the 4th. And the curveball is hit on the ground to third. Vasquez drops it, picks it up, and he's going to get a tag on the runner going to third base from second, which he probably didn't have to run there, and he did. That was a courtesy runner, and that got Weimar out of the inning. So Bowling on the fielder's choice. And that will do it here in the bottom of the 6th. A run for Flatonia on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. 7th inning coming up. Bulldogs up comfortably 8-0. We'll be right back here on KVUK.
Give the interior of your home a new look with new furniture from Weimar Home Furnishers. You'll find a wonderful selection of furniture and accessories for every room. And while you're there, be sure to ask about flooring and custom blinds. Weimar Home Furnishers at 210 West Main in Weimar. They're open Monday through Friday. The number is 725-8455. Weimar Home Furnishers supports Weimar Athletics and are proud to be a part of this broadcast.
Holub Real Estate, serving Central Texas and beyond for over 20 years, is a full-service real estate brokerage with offices in New Braunfels, Hallettsville, and Flatonia, specializing in farm and ranch, residential and commercial. Their customer service and sales results will meet or exceed your expectations. Stop by their Flatonia office at 205 West South Main Street to see Bernadine Kiner, or call her at 361-772-5105. For information on their listing and their company, visit holubrealestate.com.
KBUK LaGrange.
All right, welcome back to the American Legion Ballpark in Flatonia. Mike Schultz Field. Bulldogs need 3 outs to wrap this thing up. Up 8-0, and again, the 6-run 4th inning. The big inning in this ball game. Targosh back out there, see if he can finish it out. He's given up 3 hits, struck out 11. He's also had a 4-for-4 night at the plate with a couple of RBIs. And he will face Lucky, Schmelik, and Billick. Weimar has not had a lot of base runners tonight. Seven of them total. Brandon Lucky was started off, down on strikes twice. First pitch to him, up and in on him, and that got a piece of the jersey. He really crowds the plate. A hit batter. Lucky is on to start the 7th inning.
That was right fielder Brandon Lucky.
That's the 3rd hit batter for Targosh this evening. And here is Ty Schmelik. And he has gone down on strikes twice. Runner on at first, but that means nothing at this point. 8-0 ball game. And there's a strike call. Fastball above the knees. Quick toss to first by Targots. Oh, 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Overpowered him with the high fastball there, and it's 0-2. All right, 0-2 here to Schmelik. Curveball. Oh, call strike 3. Got that backdoor curveball there for strike 3. That is now a dozen for Titan tonight. Going to bring up Trey Billick. Strikeout and a hit for him. Targots again with fire one over the first. All right, Targots set. Pitch to Billick. That's low and inside for ball. And it's 1-0. That pitch misses up with a fastball. There's a strike call to Billick, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-one pitch. Curveball. Dropped that one in nicely. Call strike 2, and now it's 2-2. The scoreboard was ahead of pitch there. And the pitch, that misses just a little low and in for ball, and it's now a full count. Lucky at first, 1 gone. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Billick down on strikes, and now Weimar's down to their final out here. That is 13 Ks for Targots. And back to the top of the order, Huxton Clazel.
2 out, now batting, shortstop, Huxton Clazel.
Pitch to Clazel, curveball, strike call. Huxton has popped up, walked, and grounded out. They're not holding the runner at first. 2 outs here in the 7th with an 8-0 lead. Swinging a foul right at the feet of the catcher, Henry Vincic. Weimar now down to their last out, or last strike. Yeah, I think that one got a piece of Vincic again. He's had a rough night back there. Catcher, tools of innocence. Ignorance is, I think, the right word there. Plate umpire goes out there and has a little conversation with Targots to buy a little time for Vincic to shake it off. Oh, 2 pitch coming up here to Huxton Clazel. Runner at first. 0-2, curveball, call strike 3. The ball pops out of the mid, and Vincic will throw to first, and that's the ball game. That's the Bulldogs. A complete game shutout for Titan Targots, who also just happened to go 4 for 4 at the plate tonight. And he strikes out 14 batters, strikes out the side here in the top of the 7th inning. And this loss tonight ends Weimar's opportunity for a playoff spot. And the Flatonia Bulldogs.
You want to bring, we'll let them clap. Tell each other the game.
So in the 7th inning for Weimar, it was no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left, and your final score, Bulldogs 8, Wildcats nothing. We'll come back for wrap-up right after this here on KBUK.
Hill Bank and Trust Company joins the community wishing the best of luck to our Weimar Wildcats and our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Peggy Ginther, and we invite all of you to come see us. At Hill Bank, we take our time to get to know our customers. Whether you're needing a new checking account or have a loan request, we want to help you with dependable, personal customer service. Hill Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We're proud supporters of our community. Go Cats!
J. Barbie Foods has production plants in Wilder and Weimar, and they offer quality sausage and specialty meat products for retail and food service operations. To learn more, visit their website at jbfoods.com. That's J. Barbie Foods, proudly serving the area since 1959. Family owned and operated by the Janechka family. J. Barbie Foods, proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the best of luck in the baseball season.
All right, welcome back. They just announced that Titan Targ, as we mentioned earlier, with that strikeout earlier in the game, hit his 500th career strikeout. He finishes up tonight with 14, so I guess that gives him 512. He had 498 coming into the ballgame. All right, here's your totals tonight. Bulldogs with that 6-run 4th inning. That's what blew the game open. Okay. 21, both there. All right, for the Bulldogs tonight, they had 8 runs on 10 hits. They made 1 error. Weimar, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Titan Targot's the winning pitcher. Complete game again with 14 strikeouts. Huxton Clazel pitches into the 7th inning, and he will absorb the loss. Targot also had a 4-for-4 night with a total of 2 RBIs, but the game was a 1-0 ball game going to the bottom of the 4th, and the Bulldogs erupted for 6 runs in that inning on 5 hits, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Wildcats with that big inning tonight. The Wildcats also now eliminated from playoff contention as they drop to 4-6, and the Bulldogs pick up their 8th win against 2 losses in district. They're still trying to run down Shiner. Shiner had a 3-1 lead over Ganado late in that game, and Schulenburg had an easy one tonight, winning 23-0 over Bloomington. And again, this district, like all the baseball teams, another game coming up on Thursday because of the Good Friday, so they'll be back in action day after tomorrow. All right, let's thank our sponsors tonight. Ball game lasted a little over 2 hours. Weimar Home Furnishers, Hull Up Real Estate, Hill Bank and Trust Company, J. Barbie Foods, Ken Crom Insurance, the Flatonia Livestock Commission Company, MG Incorporated, Don Michalika Custom Builders Incorporated, Sabro Door and Weather Strip, the Flatonia LaGrange Family Health Center, Elster Meat Processing, Weimar Meat Company, and Cattleman Columbus Livestock. I want to thank those folks for being a part of it. Now, tomorrow night, we're back on the road again down to Moulton, 8 miles to the south. Fayetteville Lions and the Moulton Bobcats, and that's a district matchup for those two, the first meeting for those two, and of course they're fighting it out for the 1 and 2 seed for the 1A bracket once the playoffs get underway. That's a 6 o'clock game tomorrow from Moulton, and we'll be there for the play-by-play. And then Thursday night, back in LaGrange in left field for the Leopards and the Smithfield Tigers on KVUK Thursday. So we got baseball tomorrow night in Moulton, and then Thursday night back in LaGrange. All right, that'll wrap it up here. Hope you enjoyed it. Couple of hours. Thanks to all the folks here at Flatonia, and thanks to both the Weimar coaches as well. Shutout win tonight for Titan Targot's, a 3-hitter with 14 Ks, and the Bulldogs win it over the Wildcats 8-0. That'll do it from the American Legion Ballpark, Mike Schultz Field. For Mike Anders, I'm Gary Dushek. Enjoy your evening, everybody, and have a pleasant night. 8-0, the Bulldogs win it over the Wildcats. That's it.